Okay, Farrah, my name is Brianna. I'm the counseling intern here, and I want to thank you for coming in today. I really appreciate a chance getting to talk to you. Um, Today is going to be an intake session. I'm just going to kind of gather some information about what brought you here. I will not be your counselor, but what I'll do is take that info and bring it to all the therapists we have in the agency, and we'll best match you with somebody who can best fit your needs.
Okay.
Something to know, everything that is said here stays here. I won't take the information outside of this agency, but it is important to know that if you were to disclose any information where you were to harm yourself or anybody else, I would have to report that to somebody else. So just so you know, if that does come up, I will have to breach that confidentiality, but anything that fits within that will be okay.
Okay.
All right, so my first question is, what made you decide to come to therapy today?
That's a good question. I mean, I just feel like it's kind of pathetic. Like, I'm 25. I live on my own. I don't really have any friends. I don't have a romantic partner. Like, I'm just lonely.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't get out there. And it sucks. I'm hoping someone here can, help me make the first step at being a little more social.
Okay, so there's this feeling of not being um, not being willing to get out there and experience some social situations, and you're wanting to change that.
Yeah, I mean, I really want those relationships. Like, it's not like I don't want friends. It's so hard for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like paralyzed by fear.
Okay.
It's just so much easier to just, be by myself and not worry about what other people think about me. So that's just what I do.
I'm wondering how long you felt this way.
I mean, really, I feel like it's been as long as I can remember, but it's been really bad since, college.
Can you tell me a little bit more about your college experience?
Yeah, college just kind of sucked. I feel like I didn't even really want to go, but I felt like it would make my parents happy, and the whole thing was just so hard. Like, going to class was a nightmare. I just felt like everyone's there to just judge me. And so I would, choose the classes that were huge lecture classes and, hope that I could just sit in the back and, no one would notice me. And then I ended up, skipping a lot of classes, during my senior year and stuff. And I had, a few friends, I guess you could say. But I always found ways to get out of hanging out with them because, I liked that they wanted me to hang out with them, but then, as soon as it was time, I would get kind of, nervous and tell them I was sick or whatever. And so I just kind of, lived by myself because I was put in a dorm room with a couple of roommates, and that was just so stressful because, they were always there. And I felt like they didn't really like me, and so that was hard. So I requested a single room, and yeah.
I'm hearing that college was very overwhelming for you, that being around all these people all the time made you fear judgment coming from them?
Yeah, that's when it got really bad. I just felt like people didn't genuinely like me, even if they acted like they did.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt that must be fake. So it was like a struggle getting through college. And I was so happy when I graduated because I decided to take a job working at home, which has been so much easier.
So having that chance to not have to deal with people, and you found comfort in that work.
And I feel kind of guilty because my advisor during my senior year, she really told me that she saw a lot of potential. I mean, I know that she was just saying that because that's her job, was to make me feel good about myself.
Mm-hmm.
But she would say that, if I wanted to, I could get a job at a big, web design company here in Nashville. And I thought about it, but the thought of going through interviews and like going into work every day, like being surrounded by so many people, and like especially at the beginning having my work be judged, it was just too scary. So I actually found this really great job that allows me to work from my apartment. Um, so it's been easier.
I noticed that when you were talking about your experience with your advisor, that she said that you had potential and you used quotes. So that makes me think that there is some mistrust in her judgment and how she perceives you.
Yeah. I mean, why would why would she like me? There's nothing really like special about me or anything. I know that she was just saying that because that's what she has to tell everybody, so that we go out and get jobs and make the university look good and stuff. So I don't know. I didn't really believe her.
The disconnect between what she's saying and what you believe that she's reporting about you.
Yeah, because I mean, I know me better than she knows me, and I know that like I'm okay. Like I'm not that great at what I do. I mean, I'm not terrible. Like I have a job, but I'm not good enough to be at a big company when there are like lots of other people way more capable than me. I'm sure.
Gotcha. I'm wondering if your parents were in the room right now, what they would say about the situation.
That's a good question. I mean, to be honest, I feel like I don't really know. I feel like I don't really know them. Even though they live here in Nashville, like I don't see them that much just because it's like really uncomfortable for me to like go to family gatherings and stuff. And so I feel like maybe they would like tell you that I'm great in certain ways, but they probably wouldn't really think that. They would probably just like try not to hurt my feelings. So I don't really know.
So it sounds like you feel like that they care about you, but that there's something underlying about their true feelings.
Yeah, I feel like they probably love me just because I'm their daughter, so they have to. But I feel like they probably don't really like me, if that makes sense. I mean, I'm sure that they think like I'm pretty much a failure. Like I live at home on my own. Like I don't really have friends. I have no like romantic interest, and they probably think I didn't live up to my potential. So I'm sure that they're kind of embarrassed. Like they would never tell me that, but like I know that's probably how they feel.
Have you? It sounds like there's a disconnect between you and your parents. That relationship is strained in some ways, and I'm wondering if you have felt this since childhood.
That's kind of hard for me to say. Like, it's weird because I feel like we had a fine relationship. Like, my childhood was fine. But I feel like we weren't really close because I remember just, even from when I was, like, really young, like, I was always told that my emotions would be better kept to myself. And, like, that's how you deal with things. So I remember, like, one time I slammed my finger in the car door. I was probably, like, 5. And obviously it hurt so bad, and I was really upset. And I remember, like, my mom telling me to, like, go to my room and just, like, get it under control. And everything was like that, whether I was really, like, happy or angry or sad. Kind of felt like I just had to, like, take care of myself. So it's weird because I feel like we lacked, like, a level of closeness that I really wanted. I just felt like it wasn't as close as, like, family should be.
So, with your experience of not being able to express yourself, and your parents not acknowledging that, I can see how that can create that strain. And especially when you explain or express feelings of wanting to have a better relationship with them, but if you're unable to fully express yourself and speak to what you're feeling and being able to um, be seen in that light and not having to worry about what they're thinking, I can see how that can be hard, especially for a child who is usually allowed to express those feelings and it's not shamed for them. And that sounds like that was a tough time for you.
Yeah, like I never really thought about it, but I guess that's how it was.
Kind of like a learned experience. You had to learn to keep everything on the inside and not rely on other people. Because I remember you saying that you had to rely on yourself. Like you didn't really have an opportunity to branch out to your parents to ask for that comfort. You had to learn to do that for yourself. So this has been something that's been going on for a really long time, and it seems to be moving its way into your adult life and straining the potential for future relationships.
Yeah, and I just wish it wasn't that way. Like, I want to know what it feels like to be close to people.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like if they get to know the real me, they probably won't really like me. So,
going off of relationships outside of your family, do you think you can tell me anything about that? Friendships, intimate relationships?
I mean, that's kind of why I came in, is because I feel like I'm realizing it's been over a year since I went out on a date or went out with friends even. I would say at this point in time, there's no one that I really feel close and connected to in the real world. But have you heard of Second Life? It's like this computer program.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's kind of where I communicate with people now. So I created this really cool avatar. She's awesome. So I chat with people on there. And then as soon as people want to get close, as soon as we've talked for a couple days, or sometimes they even want to meet up in person, that is really freaky to me. So I just sort of cut those people out and then start talking to new people, because I feel like if I were to meet these people in real life, they wouldn't want to be my friend anymore. They probably would see the real me and they wouldn't like me.
So Second Life's kind of a barrier between people getting to see the real Farrah, and then that kind of gives you the control over that situation, letting in who you can trust, and then keeping out those who you think you're just unsure about.
Exactly. I only talk to the people that I feel are really nice and like me. But then even those people, I would never feel comfortable meeting them or really getting close to them.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like they would see through the really cool avatar I have, and they would see the real me, which is just kind of boring and lame, and no one would really like that. So
gotcha. There are a couple of questions that I have to ask everybody. One of them being, are you currently using alcohol or drugs?
No. I mean, no. I don't have friends to go out drinking with, so
it's not a problem for you.
No.
Going off of that, are there any medical issues that you're currently dealing with?
I mean, I get frequent migraines. My doctor gave me a prescription for Relpax. I think that's really it. I feel like I'm generally pretty healthy. I bought an elliptical that I have in my apartment, so I can work out every day. I think I healthy. So that's it.
Okay, so just migraines, but you feel generally healthy most of the other times. Okay. Any trouble sleeping or getting enough rest?
No.
Sustaining energy, that's not really a big issue.
No, I feel like I get a normal amount of sleep and I feel energized during the day.
Okay. Have you ever had thoughts of hurting yourself or ending your life in any way?
No. Because I feel like even though I don't like where I'm at, I'm here because, like, I know that there's another way to be. Like, I want to not feel this way anymore. I want to get out there and, like, have a real life. I just don't know how to make that happen.
Okay. I'm going to try to sum up everything that you've told me here. So it sounds like there's this desire to get out of your apartment, develop new relationships, not have that fear to interact with other people, seeking out friendship, maybe even romantic relationships, potentially mending your relationship with your parents. Maybe if they can understand you on an emotional level, that could bring you all closer together. And also, I'm hearing this piece of inadequacy and inferiority and not believing when other people are saying positive things about you. And I think that's something that we can definitely work on in therapy. And maybe if there's some fulfillment in the self that can help foster relationships outside of just you. And I feel like if you were able to feel more comfortable with how you come off to people and how you present to others, that judgment piece will come into play and there will be an opportunity to develop those relationships that you're seeking out.
That would be awesome.
Does it sound like something that you're looking for?
Yeah, I want to feel that way. It's just so scary.
It is a scary process, but we're here to walk that journey with you, and if things get rough, we'll back you up and try to come up with a new plan to deal with the scary parts.
Yeah.
I noticed on your intake form that this is your first time in therapy. I was wondering if there's anything specific that you want from this experience.
I mean, I think more than anything, I really just want you or my therapist, whoever that is, just to be really nice. I'm just sick of feeling so judged in like a negative way. So if I could not feel that here, that would be great.
Just to feel accepted all the way around and have somebody who's willing to help you get to that level.
Yeah.
All right, well that sounds like something that we can do here. I was throughout this session, I was thinking about what might be the next steps. It sounds like individual therapy might be the best match to help you find that self-esteem and help foster that desire to branch out and get out into social situations and not feel too much discomfort. But also we do have group therapy here to maybe work. That sounds
sounds a little scary.
Sounds a little scary. Yeah. Which I totally understand. You are totally the captain of the ship, and we are only going to do what you feel comfortable with. But just so you know about it, we do have group sessions to just, it's kind of comforting to work with others who are going through the same thing. So it's just an opportunity for perspective taking and a chance to see how others see you and the discrepancies between what you're bringing in and then how it's coming up to others, which can be helpful in certain situations, but we definitely don't have to go that route right now. But maybe in the future, if you're feeling comfortable.
Oh, if I could do that in the future, I feel like I would be so happy.
So maybe that's something that we can revisit later on.
Yeah.
Once we get some individual therapy in there, some one-on-one work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, I just kind of want to let you know our next steps. I'm just gonna bring all this to the other therapists and the agency, and we're gonna try to best match you with somebody who's best able to help you. And then we're gonna contact you within the next week to schedule your first appointment. If you would like to continue on with us.
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm ready.
All right. Well, I really appreciate you coming in and telling me your story, and I want you to know that I totally hear you, and we're gonna do our best to help you achieve your goals.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.